we bout that, and we represent UK worldwide, got the drill stepping.
This clip is brought to you by BatterOnline.com. Peace, fam. So, just gonna chime in on this one time. Katt Williams definitely took the internet by storm with his interview with Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp. A lot of people are talking about it the world over. One thing's definitely been interesting is it shows you just how people kind of sway to something once it's popular. With all respect to Katt, you know what I mean? I got nothing but respect for Katt Williams, but it shows you a lot of people doing a lot of nut hugging and deriding. You know, would they have been saying the same things about him prior? Like, now we got a lot of people like they seem to be team Katt Williams, and some of these people were the same ones that probably would have been clouded him before in other circumstances and situations. So it kind of goes to show you how fickle some people are. And even though I take nothing away from the interview and some of the stuff he spoke on, people are acting like it's the first time they've ever heard some of these things, or it's something so miraculous. Maybe it's just the timing, but I digress nonetheless. It's nothing against him being celebrated. Like I said, I got all due respect for Katt Williams, but a lot of people be doing a lot of deriding when it comes to this situation, obviously because it's popular and topical. So, you know, we see people now celebrating the fact that Katt Williams is a stand-up comedian, like they didn't know that. They're celebrating the fact he got 19 specials, appeared in over 30 movies, and speaking about some of the philanthropical work that he has done, you know, just showing more of his kind nature, which I'm kind of glad about that people can see and hear more about that sort of stuff. So there's been a plethora of responses in different ways, shape, or form. One of these ones we're going to check out is from Bernie Mac's daughter, who put something on her TikTok, and she's responded, giving her thoughts. So let's check out some of this.
So I keep getting lots of contact about my thoughts on the Katt Williams interview on Club Shay Shay. The interview heard round the world. And I don't know, my take is probably going to be really, really boring. Number one, I want people to keep in mind, my dad has been dead for 15 years, so I have not been fully immersed in the world of comedy. I don't know the ins and outs of that like that anymore, because my end has been gone for 15 years. You know, I've got friends in the game, but we don't sit and talk about, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know Katt Williams. Never met him. That's one person I never did get to meet when my dad was alive. But from everything that I've ever heard my dad, you know, say, he's always seemed like a stand-up dude. So I have no quarrels with him.
Yeah, we definitely want to say rest in peace to Bernie Mac, you know, a comedy legend, a legend in his own right in the game. So good to hear his daughter speaking, you know, bigging up Katt Williams. It does say that she says in this interview that some comedians are giving him his flowers now that he's no longer here, but didn't show the same love when he was here alive. So let's check out the rest of this.
I thought the interview was hilarious, entertaining. That man dropped so many one-liners that I'm sure we are going to be wearing down to the ground in this year of our Lord 2024. But one of my biggest takeaways in watching people's responses was how people were kind of like, oh, that's kind of sad, like outside of being, you know, tickled by it. And I've seen people say stuff like, it's like watching, you know, your uncles go at it and you're like, oh, why can't we all just get along? Well, I mean, because everybody doesn't get along. Like, I think that's one of the misconceptions about comedians, and I guess it's due to the fact that what they do brings so much joy to others, that the perception, the expectation is that behind closed doors, everybody gets along, everybody.
Yeah, that's a good point that she makes there, because a lot of times, just to chime back in, people idolize these celebrities and they think they live in this sugar-coated world where everything's all hunky-dory and everybody gets on. And another thing I want to say is it's a comedian's job, in a sense, to tell jokes. Some of them are funny people. They tell jokes, you know, non-sequiturs, one-liners. Like she said, they drop things in a certain type of way, shape, form, and fashion. Not everything they necessarily say is true or is a vicious slight. Sometimes it might be. Sometimes it might be just something from their character that they're able to speak on in a way that's humorous to others. But I digress. Let's get back to this.
It's just love. And no, it's not. They've always been competitive. Like it's always been, as far as I've ever witnessed in watching my dad, it's always been kind of cutthroat. Like, you'll have, people beefing, like, same as within your family. Just because y'all related don't mean y'all all get along, right? Comedy's no different. But for me, Katt Williams has my utmost appreciation and respect for giving my dad his props and his flowers. And I felt like it was genuine. There are some people who have given, my dad his flowers now that he's dead, that I'm looking at like, doggone well, he wasn't doing that when he was alive. And that, not just famous people, just people all across the board. As my dad used to say, you ever want to be loved by everybody? You ever want to be special? Just die. It's real easy to give lip service when somebody dies and they were so wonderful. And that's not how you felt when they were alive. But when Katt spoke of my dad, for me, I felt his heart. I felt that it was genuine, and I appreciate it. Again, it's been 15 years since my dad's been dead. If you follow me at all, I've said this repeatedly, like, it does my heart good to know that my dad was a stand-up guy.
Yeah, sorry not to pause there right there, guys. We're going to finish back with just under a minute left. But you heard some of what she was saying right there, that she feels Katt was being genuine, and she appreciate the sentiment of what he said during the interview. So that's definitely real, and we could appreciate that also. And like she's spoke on, people have differences in life, in families. So why would comedy world be any different? The celebrity world, the industry, sometimes it could be even more competitive and even more cutthroat. Some of us have got to deal with jealousy from people that we know, just like family, friends, and peers, let alone when you're at that level or that height of the game. You got to be dealing with it in some cases even more, some might say. So we're going to check out the last minute or so with this, and then I'll chime back in with some final thoughts.
The man that I knew him to be was who he actually was to people, because that's the thing. Like, we can love people and think they one way and then find out later. No. And I say, like, in 15 years, if he was an asshole, somebody by now would have been like, let me tell you about that mother. So that is not the case with my dad. It makes me so proud, and I just really appreciate what I believe the genuine love and respect that Katt Williams showed my father. It is so much appreciated. Much love and mad props to Katt Williams. I would love to sit down and just have a conversation with Katt Williams, because I think that would probably be the most entertaining and gem-dropping conversation I probably would have in my life outside the conversations with my dad. So yeah, so that's my take. Like I said, probably boring, but that's what I thought. Again, much love and respect to Katt Williams.
Yeah, so that we see, guys, a great take. Definitely much love and respect to Katt Williams, and also to Bernie Mac's daughter and Bernie's family. So, just to pick back up from what I was saying, we've seen Dion Cole, we've seen a lot of people chime in and speak on some of Katt Williams' kindness that he had expressed over the years, pulling up at shows, blessing people with money, not asking for nothing. And that's one thing that I took from Katt's interview. He seemed like a stand-up guy when he speaks on certain things and how he vocalizes it and what he says. Like he said, he could bless somebody with some money, but they didn't have to do nothing funky. A lot of the times, these people in the celebrity world, they want their ass kissed, or they want to be heralded as some kind of star so they can try and project themselves above others and tell these stories about how great they are, or about what hardships they overcame, or just to put themselves on a plateau or pedestal that oftentimes is above others. And it does tie in with idolatry and a lot of that stuff too. So it's not something that I'm for. I'm all for giving people their flowers and their props. But yeah, bro, that extra stuff where you want to put people on phony pedestals, or when people want to put themselves on phony pedestals, I don't really respect. And, Katt Williams, he doesn't seem like that type of person. So I can respect his mind and how he came off in this interview. Ultimately, what do you guys think? Hopefully, it doesn't drag on too much this year. I know we've just started 2024, and like Bernie Mac's daughter said, we've been blessed from that interview with a lot of one-liners and stuff that will probably continue throughout the year. But I don't want people to wear a lot of it into the ground or get caught up on what they feel is the jokes or the backwards and forwards, or we dissed this person, or we dissed that person. I don't personally think it was so much about dissing per se. It was about listening, getting the message, appreciating and understanding where he coming from. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We're going to be back this week with some more drops, hopefully. It's been quite a hectic one. If not, next week you're gonna see some stuff follow. Appreciate the support. Appreciate everybody who watches to the end. I'm out on this one. Salute, support. Peace, family.
Cause we bout that, and we representing UK worldwide, got the trill stepping. Cause we bout that, and we representing UK worldwide, got the trill stepping. We be representing, bout that online. That's the hottest spot, the real ones. You